Hey, good morning, everyone. Dennis K here with Belize Islands Real Estate. I'd like to give a big shout out to Brock, who bought me today's coffee. Thank you so much. It was great getting on the Zoom call yesterday with you and your wife. And in fact, I want to talk to my audience today a little bit about the last question that you asked me, because we had been on for about an hour or so. We had went through a lot of information regarding life in Belize, moving and opportunities and savings, savings just cost of living wise, plus taxes and whatnot. And then towards the very end, you asked a question that I thought was a perfect question, and that is, what question didn't I ask that I should have? Or what question should I ask that I don't even know what to ask, right? I don't even know what I'm missing. And I thought, that's one of the best questions you can ask, because people always have a list of questions that they want me to answer, and that's fine. Get out the tablet, or the legal pad. Let's go through them all. We'll check them all off. Make sure you're comfortable with those. But that question really resonated with me, because I think to myself, what would I have wished somebody would have told me when I first moved to Belize? Or what advice do I have for my clients that are coming down for the first time and starting a new life there? Well, it got me thinking. Yesterday I had 4 or 5 different Zoom calls. One call was with a British couple who had just sold their place in Hong Kong. They left Hong Kong. They landed in England around the 1st of March, and they literally had their flights booked to move to Belize to start a new life when COVID hit and they got shut down and they couldn't come. So they're just waiting for the borders to open back up so they can come and start their new life. Another couple, like the one I just talked to yesterday, Brock, him and his wife are looking to move to Belize, maybe not permanently, but maybe for a period of time to help them save for retirement and to give their kids another adventure in life. And the other couple I talked to, they live way up in Canada on the northeast side. I forgot the name of the island, Prince Edward Island out there. And the island's become a little bit too small for them. They're looking for some stimulation, something different, something cultural. They've spent time in Guatemala. They lived, I believe, in Thailand and different parts of the world. So they're really used to moving around. So I say that to bring up that people from all different walks of life, for all different reasons, are moving to Belize. And the one piece of advice that I would give them is, when you come to Belize, check your personality, your culture, your lifestyle at the door, and come into Belize just to almost with a clean slate, in a sense, that be open to different ideas, different ways of doing things. Because if you come in with a strong personality, right, with strong opinions on, here's the way I like to see things done, here's the way I like to operate, that might not work for you so well in Belize. If you're a strong, charging type A personality, you're really detail oriented, you're really time oriented, you want to pack as much into the day, you might have some difficulty doing that in Belize. It's a different culture. And so if you can just come down with an open mind, just kind of going with the flow, say, you know what, I understand that this is not America, this is not Canada, this is not England, this is not South Africa. Those are just some of the people that I talked to within the past day or two that are looking to move to Belize. That's where they're from. So Belizeans talk English, right? They speak English, but they have their own beautiful culture, right? It's a mixing pot of people when you get to Belize. They have their own way of thinking, their own way of doing things, and they'll treat you kind. They'll be respectful of you, but you'll fit in a lot better if you first of all just go down, spend some time absorbing the culture. Definitely don't try to change anything. Definitely don't say, well, where we're from, we do it like this, and it's better because of this. And who's to say if it's better or not? Yeah, it might be more efficient, right? You might be able to get more done in the day. You might have a quicker way to build something, or a more efficient way to, I don't know, do anything in life. But you're moving to Belize as a new experience, as a fresh experience, a new experiment in lifestyle design. So that's just my little rant today. It's Thursday, July 9th. I've been working all morning. Just decided to go grab a Starbucks and have a little sit in the park here, enjoy this beautiful day. And it just got me thinking, because wherever Steph and I have gone in the world, we've always learned something. And you never know what you're going to learn till you get there, right? So you make plans to travel, whether that travel leads you to China or Japan or Iceland, wherever, Costa Rica, Belize. You have an idea of what you're getting into. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone there in the first place. So either you've talked to friends who have been there, or you saw shows on TV or documentaries about a certain place, and that evokes in you a certain emotion. So you say, you know what, wow, when I watch this YouTube video, or when I talk to this person, or when I see this family that's done this before, I think that sort of resonates with me. I would like to do something similar. And a lot of you are looking to move to Belize based on those things: YouTube videos, getting on Facebook chat groups, watching documentaries or shows that include Belize. So Belize is resonating with you for a bit. So you think you have an idea of what you're getting into, but it's that percentage that, that 20, 25, 30% that you have no idea how it's going to affect you once you get down there. The good and the bad, right? Because there's going to be some good surprises. You're going to be saying to yourself, wow, you know what? If I would have known it was going to be like this, I would have done this 5 or 10 or 15 years ago. Or you might get down there, you might say, wow, you know what? Ooh, this is a challenge, depending on where you choose to live, how you choose to live. I'll give you an example. And I'm not a real big fan of some of the Facebook groups or chat groups or whatever, because there's just, on the internet today, there's just so many, opportunities to just post a comment that, is not backed up, it's not proven, doesn't have any context in it, but it affects people. I'll give you an example. One of the groups that I follow, it's a very, very nice group. I think it's called Moving to Belize or something like that. I post there often, and I think it's very helpful for people to look to move. There's one Canadian woman who posted something about 3 weeks ago, and she said, I lived in Belize for 5 or 7 years, would never do it again. Horrible, don't do it. And that was it. So, okay, so you just put that out there. All right, now granted, maybe she had a bad experience. I don't know. Number one, we don't know where she lived, right? We don't know if she lived in a safe, nice place in Belize. We don't know if she lived in a rough place in Belize. We don't know her reasons for moving. Maybe she was miserable anyway, and so when she got down to Belize, she thought she would not be miserable, and she was still miserable. And so maybe that an attitude that she had affected the way people treated her. And maybe she wasn't treated very nice because maybe she was just miserable, right? That happens, right? So we don't know that. We don't know if she came down with any plans to support herself, right? Did she come down with some savings in the bank so she could, get a decent apartment, kind of get settled in? Did she have a settling fund? Or did she come down, with basically nothing in the bank and show up, and now life was going to be hard for her? We don't know that. We don't know lots of things. Like, why did she go back to Canada? But again, she just puts this comment out there. Oh, it was horrible. Never go back. Don't do it. Don't do it. So you have literally, thousands of people looking to Belize, and her comment is, well, don't do it. Well, don't do it. Why? Why not? Tell us about your experience, and then we'll know what not to do, right? If someone comes down to Belize and they have a bad experience, well, we don't want to make those same mistakes. So, I guess when you get on these Zoom calls with me, Steph and I would tell you the truth. We lived in the mainland, a little village called Belize. While there, we traveled the country extensively. Plane going overhead, I don't know if that's messing with the sound. Extensively. I mean, we went to almost every single, for sure every single major sized village. Orange Walk, Corozal, San Ignacio, Santa Elena, Punta Gorda, Hopkins, Dangriga, all the major villages, but also a lot of the smaller villages as well, a lot of the islands of Belize. And we had cool experiences, awesome experiences. And, we had some negative ones too, but you're going to get that wherever you live, So, again, when we get on these Zoom calls, I just want you to feel comfortable asking us questions. So you want to ask us questions about how it was really like, what is the safety really like? I'm really open about that topic, because safety is a big issue for me. We've traveled now to 38 countries around the world, lived in different places, and I gotta say, we've never had issues. But we live safe, right? We don't put ourselves in dangerous situations. Boy, I'm kind of rambling on here, aren't I? Anyways, I think I'm just going to stop this for now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you got any questions at all about Belize, go ahead, hit me up on the link below. Buy us a couple cups of coffee. We appreciate that. and then jump on a Zoom call with us. We'll be able to help you out and see if we can help you make the move, if it's right for you, right? If it's right for you, we'll help you make the move. If it's not, we'll tell you, say, you know what, Belize isn't good for you. Maybe you should consider somewhere else, depending on your goals, short and long term, and what you have to work with. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.